Hello, this is Vicki Kirsch for Star Garden Parenting Group, a group that's been founded to support parents with Waldorf parenting ideas. Tonight, I'm going to speak just a little bit about boundaries and sleep. So, to begin with, at the door of heaven, little shoes they are keeping, for the little barefooted angels they're sleeping. Slumber, my baby, slumber, my baby, slumber, my baby, aroo, aroo. I've been singing that to the children in the children's class with their little baby dollies, and they really settle down with that and feel so contented. And then we've been doing this verse in the opening circle, but it also can be used for a nighttime prayer, and it goes like this. From my head to my feet, I am the picture of God. From my heart into my hands, I feel God's living breath. When I speak with my mouth, I follow God's own will. When I gaze upon God in father and mother, in all dear people, in beast and flower, in tree and stone, no fear can come near, only love for all that's around me here. Blessings on our day. And I said that verse for 3 of my children every night that they went to bed till they were probably in 5th or 6th grade. Anyway, the point is that 2 boundaries in our life are sleeping and waking. And from my perspective, helping your children to sleep is a wonderful honor. I spoke about this in the orientation for those of you who are in the group, and you'll hear a little bit more about it. But nonetheless, it's an honor to help your child to cross the threshold to our true home, our spiritual home. And it's a wonderful time to review the day with the children. The younger they are, the more simple that review is. But what did you do in the day? And you can start at the beginning of the day and come up to the end, or start at the end and go to the beginning. Just a little review for them. And that is a wonderful time to discipline your child. Often when they're misbehaving, you can't address them directly, especially if they're really having a hard time. And so it's best to wait till bedtime, and they have this receptivity as they get ready to pass into the spiritual world. And so I feel that having a ritual and a little procession of verses and songs, or 1 or 2, a candle lighting, a little stories, are a wonderful way to prepare them for their passage across the threshold. And my experience is when you take time to do that, and you do it with intention and love and a real joy in doing it, and you get to have a sense of who they are and how their day was and how that is for them, and then maybe tell them a little story if something has happened, like they hit someone or scratched someone. And another time we'll talk about the kinds of stories which are called therapeutic or curative stories. Anyway, when you do that, you help them into the other world in a way that helps them even more, because everything that helps them, or everything that happens to them and to us on this side of the spiritual world, becomes a picture for the spiritual beings to work with. And so when you prepare them for a wonderful passage into the other dimension, then they're going to be in better shape when they wake up the next morning, which is another boundary when they come back. And when you look at your child and you observe them, every day that they wake up, you can see something amazing. Maybe their nose is more formed, their ears are bigger, their color's different. You can see when illness is coming on. You can see that when they go to sleep as well, by looking at their color and the way their eyes are and so on. Anyway, you're helping them back into the world. And some children have quite a challenge with coming back into the world, and others just slip in easily and are happy and just jump off to start. So we could talk about that sometime as well, how to help a child into the world. But my point is that when you prepare them with a lot of awe, wonder, and joy at the beginning of their time in the evening to go into the spiritual world, it helps them come back in a better way. And there's a psychologist, as well as Rudolf Steiner, who says that all children, to form a healthy sense of identity, need to have a human being, preferably a parent, but sometimes destiny doesn't dish it out that way, but a human being who faces them with love, joy, awe, and wonder, that we get to know them, that we have the privilege of being with them and helping them into sleep. Rather than in our time, sleep is considered a little bit of a nuisance, and wouldn't they just go to sleep, and could you just put the TV on and that'll put them to sleep or whatever? But instead, if you approach it as a real honor, then it can be a wonderful experience, even for children who are having challenges going to sleep, which is another topic we could talk about. So this was just a short little session, and I will see you Tuesday evening, 7:30 to 8:30. And thank you so much, and please tell your friends about this. Okay, bye-bye.